I'm trying to give it a second. Oh, it looks like it is. Okay, very good. Very good. All right, I'm live on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube events, on Instagram. And I hope that you'll take a moment and click share, tag someone to join us. So you'll see me periodically looking at two devices because TikTok won't let me be great and bring you through Restream. So I want you to tap the screen on TikTok. I want you to click share on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch TV, and YouTube events. This Saturday afternoon in the month that we typically call a month of thankful. I'm going to call it Days of Gratefulness. If you've seen my recent post, I want to talk to you about that in 1 second. But I hope that if you have followers, friends, subscribers, connections, that you will click share and tag them in it. Hello, Kay. Thank you so much for coming live with me. And others, just tap the screen, click share. All right. Kelvin, Bone. Hey there, Zane. Okay, so whether you're live with me on TikTok or TikTok, you're going to see me looking here because they wouldn't let me be great and bring you through Restream on the same platform. So I'm going to be looking at you and looking at the screen. So if you see me looking either way, it's because I'm looking at two devices. All right. But it's a moment of grateful. I had a terrible couple of episodes and events over the last several weeks. I characterize them as terrible because they were events that I would not have imagined having to experience. And they were not only unpleasant, they were unkind. And the enemy of love wants to take you off your square and have you do things or say things or behave in ways that would not glorify love. And that's one of the things I intend to do. Hello, Taylor. Now, Taylor, you say, my dear brother, and maybe I don't know from your name who Taylor is. You got to tell me some more, dear person. I know a few Taylors, and I don't know if any of them would say dear brother. So I don't know. But I'm interested to know who that is on TikTok. Thank you so much. And so when life hits you, and one of the things the quintessential love was telling me was stop whining, because I started whining about it. Why is this and why that and why this? And the quintessential love says, don't whine. And I had to say, I'm so sorry for whining, because while I was still in the whine, trying to hear, but you're still whining. Have you ever had somebody telling you something and you're still trying to whine about it? Well, while I was whining, the quintessential love was working it out. There's a song, while you're trying to figure it out, God's already worked it out. Well, the quintessential love, that's God, God is love, was already working it out. And here I was whining. And so I began to profusely apologize. Lord, I'm so sorry for whining over something that should be small, and anything that's too big for me to handle is just the right size for God, right? Or it might be too small for him. He sends his angels, right? But I had to repent because I was whining instead of being grateful. Okay, Lord, you brought me to this moment. How would you have me operate, behave, navigate this moment? Which is normally where I would go. There are times I whine, like his most spoiled child. I'm like, God, why did you let this happen? What is going on? I had that whine moment. And he said, stop whining. It was just like that. It wasn't, thou shalt stop the whine. It was just, stop whining. And I was whimpering out of the whine, like, and boom. Okay. And so I had to repent. Well, I have some amazing people in my life. And sometimes God chooses to remind me of just how amazing they are by the things that they will say, share, do, be present when I need them, and sometimes unexpected. And so I have a nephew who I say is the apple of my eye, though all of his life he has probably considered me more a slightly older brother because we're close in age. So he's never really called me uncle unless he really needed something. But he's more like a little brother. He is a gym shoe head. As a matter of fact, he's the co-host of Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix that you can see across all of these platforms except TikTok. We're trying to get to there. But he and Kamau Williams, who's the producer of that show, they come on every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I know that's a shameless plug. But he loves sports, always has. As a kid, I went to football games and all of that. A very athletic kid, basketball games, even well into adulthood. I, followed him and, supported his games. And I said, hey, you should take this to, Sports Talk. So got them on Sports Talk and they're doing fantastic. Very proud of these men who are slightly younger than me. Very proud of the work, effort, and commitment that they have to this show. And Felix has always, even as a younger adult, always loved gym shoes, even as a kid, but always loved gym shoes. And because our sizes are close, he would often buy gym shoes for me or give gym shoes to me. And I will admit, most people that know me know I'm not a big jeans, gym shoe, jogging suit kind of wearing guy. Not. I was heavily influenced by my dear brother, Stephen, who, bless his memory, passed away in 2005. So much so that I used to wear his shirts and ties. The ties were my size, the shirts weren't. I wore his shoes. He'd have a fit. He'd beat me up. Stay out of my shoes. What I didn't know then was I was just trying to emulate him because I was so impressed with how he was well regarded and how he carried himself. He was nicknamed the professor, always a smart guy, but always very neat, very clean, which my dad said, you have to be neat and clean. Your last name is Holmes. I try to hold on to that as much as I can. Bless my dad's memory. So I never grew up wearing a lot of jeans and gym shoes. I wore them, but not a lot of them. And certainly as I got into college and adulthood, I would not wear them very much at all unless it was just a study day or a day that I was going to be 20 hours at the school because I worked at the school at a point. And so I've always wore a khaki pants, a casual, business casual, just has always been my thing. But Felix would always get gym shoes for me or get a jogging suit to match the gym shoes. Because if you know Felix, his jogging suit and shirt and gym shoes or his jersey and gym shoes, they have to match. He just doesn't believe in not matching them, even at this ripe young age that he is now. So he gave me the special brand, I'm not saying it right, the special shoe. I wanted to say brand of shoe, but it's not a brand of shoe. It's a shoe, and said, don't wear that such and such place, because he knows I'm not like him. I'm not for the streets. He's not for the streets either, but he thinks he is. I will wear my stuff where I'm gonna wear it, but I don't go all kind of places either. But he's like, don't go here, don't go there. If somebody wants them shoes, you give them to them. I said, now why would you give me a shoe that people would steal from me? Because you know good and them well that I don't know. I know places that I would not go, but I'm not the kind of person that looking out to see who's eyeing my gym shoes. But he gave them, and he is almost as excited to give them to me as I am to receive them. And I thought, I got to bring them because I should unbox. No, I want to unbox those. He told me not to do that. But it's a Jordan gym shoe, but I don't know which one, which version, for lack of a better term. You gym shoe heads know better. Okay. And then one of my dearest friends in the world, we've been friends since high school. I think we really kind of trauma bonded in high school because when I got to the high school, there was a teenager who was killed on campus. I was in the building. I wasn't where the teenager was, but I had just met the teenager. He was a popular football player, and we met having to sing together at his funeral. We met, but we got closer having to sing the song together at his funeral. She went away to school because she was a year ahead of me, and went to Florida for college. And we didn't keep as much in touch during that time, but we would see each other periodically. Really, one of the best friends. If I were going to go to a brawl or fight in the alley, I'd take her over most men. Now, I have a childhood friend who we don't spend a lot of time together, and she may see this at some point. Her name is Joy Bodiford. I take Rochelle Weathers, Joy Bodiford, and Estella Dawson with me to a street fight faster than I would take most men. And then I'd call Tracy Green and Kimberly Hall Wagner, and probably soon Autumn, as attorneys to get us off. And I call Herbert Holmes, my brother, to hide the bodies. But Rochelle Weathers she loves football and sports. Like another friend of mine, Sandra, though I don't know if I'd take Sandra to the alley fight. Sorry, Sandra, I don't know if I'd take you to the alley fight. I bet you could, but I don't know if you'd be the first I take. But and I got some amazing guy friends. No shade to them. Rochelle would probably whoop all of them. She's just that person. She's that person that if I got in trouble, I'd call, say, now what should we do before I call Herbert Holmes? And she did something amazing, as she always does, just out of the goodness of her heart. She does amazing things for people all the time. And so here I am feeling so grateful. I'm in this gratefulness because I had a terrible couple of weeks that were trying to call me out of love. And love was calling me up. Sometimes love is calling you out to identify where you're wrong. But most times love is calling you up to say you're better than that, calling you to a higher place. When they go low, you go high, not to hell, right? Love is calling you up. It's not calling you low. And so I was having the things that I planned, there were literally people who got in sinister league together against my plans. And then there were people who looked me square in the eye and lied to me about their role and plans. And yet, even still, there were others who were just open to be used by unkind forces. Okay. So these things that seem small to some, because my nephew has brought me gym shoes before, but just out of the blue, he said, here, I got something for you. And I love those kind of things. Click share, tap the screen. Thank you so much. And then I get a inbox from my princess, whose name is Tammy. I call her Princess because when she was born, she came home shortly after in 1980, and her mom had her in this little red dress, just the cutest red dress. And she was just the cutest baby. And I said, and she said, this is your niece. This is your niece, Tammy. Tamara. And so that niece, Tamara, who still doesn't refer to me as her uncle, just like Felix and Tanisha and Felicia and Delisa. I think Delisa might call me uncle every now and then. Not so sure. And Alicia, who we call Bear. They don't, none of them say uncle. Only now that Autumn says uncle, do they call me uncle. Go figure. And some of them still not now. It's like, that's Marcus. And they're like, well, who is Marcus? Oh, that's my dad's brother. Would that be your uncle? Or Tammy says, that's not my uncle. That's my friend. So my friend, who is my niece, inboxed me and said, you have a delivery. Now, let me tell you why this is special to me. And those of you that follow me know that I love sweets. I'm a foodie. And I do go live whenever I get a special package. Because we have had challenges when Tammy has sent me packages. People have gone in the packages, stolen pieces of the dessert. We've had the package not arrive. We've had all kind of issues. So I'm happy that the package arrived, right? But because Tammy has a business, rcvcakes.com, they're out of Raleigh, North Carolina. They have food trucks, dessert trucks. They ship around wherever, and it's worth every morsel. I think it is so nice of her that she would think of me and ship me some goodies. So I am unboxing what she shipped right here and now. Oh, I didn't mean to show my address, but I'm unboxing it. Yep, that says my address. And I am excited. And if I find a way to tag her, I will while I'm doing this. I'm unboxing it. It's in the box. Doing it on both places because I'm on 2 different devices because TikTok wouldn't let me be great. So I'm unboxing it. Maybe I should turn it this way. This is the unboxing. Can you see I'm unboxing it? Unboxing. I am excited. Okay. And anybody like these things that I love these. Some people say, don't do that. I love it. This is so relaxing. So I'm going to do some of that a little later. But I love it. Popping a little. I could do this all day. So relaxing. All right. And in this box, she has given me a honey bun pound cake. That sounds interesting. Honey bun pound cake. Banana pudding cookies. Ooh, I think I'm going to taste that first. I think there's a little banana pudding cream that goes in. Oh, now that might be good. Snickerdoodle cookies. Snickerdoodle cookies. And a butter pecan cookie. Oh, I'm excited. So what I like to do, I like my cookies slightly warm because I got some coffee. And I'm going to have my cookie slightly warmed with some coffee. I am so excited because I love to support especially African American businesses, but small businesses. And I am so proud of Tammy and her husband, Kenny. They are the home of the chicken and waffle cheesecake. They're the first. So if you taste that, butter pecan, I'm going to show it again, okay? This is the butter pecan cookie. I'll probably taste that one too, but in the morning, I like to have a little sweet something with my coffee. And I'm going to have just one of the cookies. I'm going to put it in the microwave for 11 seconds. And I'm going to have a little bit of coffee with it. And I want you to consider the things that are sweet to you, the people that are sweet to you, the kindnesses and courtesies that have been extended to you that make you grateful. I had not shared, I think I may have shared a piece of what's going on with Rochelle. I don't really share a lot of different things that are transpiring that involve other people. I don't share that with Felix because he thinks he's for the streets. And while he's overcoming in holiness, he may not respond well. But I think I shared part of that, of the goings on with Rochelle. And you never know what someone's sweet gesture, kind gesture, generous gesture does to your soul. Oh, okay, TikTok is upset because I mentioned something off the platform, which I really didn't say go there now, but I get what they're saying. So, sorry. I'll figure out a way to uh, redeem that if there is a such thing. All right. I think you should support small businesses and Black businesses wherever they are. And so we have to make sure that they get on TikTok. Okay. All right. But I am going to partake in the food because it's delicious. And when someone does something nice and kind for you, it should prompt you to do something nice and kind for others. And that's what I'm hoping that this is a reminder to you, as much as it was and is a reminder to me, that the quintessential love is always curating opportunities for you to give and receive. And sometimes for you to receive so you can give. And they will come at times that feel terrible to you, that feel horrible to you, that feel disjointed, that feel out of the navigation of where you think the quintessential love is taking you or showing you or bringing you to. And that's okay to feel off kilter, to feel out of sorts, to feel out of place, to feel disrespected, to feel disengaged, to feel isolated. Because if you lean into love, love will envelop you in a way that will comfort, protect you, and guide you into all truth. And so that's what I'm kind of celebrating, that love thought enough of me to interrupt what was chaos, to say, keep going, to say, here's some kindness, here's some generosity, here's some sweetness. Now, what will you do with it? Will you share it? Will you be inspired by it? What will you do with this source of inspiration? And so I wanted to share that with you, that when life presents you with situations and circumstances that do not feel, do not seem, or maybe even are not good, that the quintessential love will curate opportunities for you to receive and give, to build you up and not tear you down, to strengthen you for the journey, to give you fresh perspective, and to help you to feel loved. I feel loved today, and I'm grateful. This is a grateful moment for me. Um, as you know, I'm the author of the book, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. It's a grateful moment for me because people don't have to be nice. People don't have to be kind. People don't have to be generous. But many of them, and quite a number of them in my life, are. And for that, I'm grateful. So I'm stepping away from the camera for about 22 seconds because it'll take me, I'm going to say 32 seconds. It'll take me about 10 seconds to walk to the kitchen. 2 seconds to put the items in the microwave, another second to set it, 11 or 12 seconds for the microwave, and a few seconds to get back. So I think I'll do that now. And I want to thank you. And I hope that you'll just hang around for the tasting. I said unboxing. Somehow TikTok did something that, kind of doesn't reconcile well with that. I'm trying to make sure I stay within their standards and guidelines, but I want to make sure. Thank you so much, Kay. And keep those going for just about, can you keep those going for just about 10 seconds? All right, I will be right back. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. I am back. Thank you for joining. Those of you that are on TikTok and those of you that are on Facebook, those of you that are on Twitch and YouTube, I just unboxed special something from Tammy, my niece, and it's including a butter pecan cookie, a snickerdoodle cookie, honey bun pound cake. That's going to be my morning snack. I love a piece of pound cake in the morning, slightly warmed with a cup of coffee. And I think the sauce goes with my banana pudding cookie. I think that's what she calls it, the banana pudding cookie, which is what I'm getting ready to try. Of course, I have a little coffee, and I warm this up at about 11, 12 seconds. Now it's, can you see it? Can you see I'm doing both devices? I don't want to slide the cookie off. And now I'm about to have a piece of it. I warmed it. It's very soft because I warmed it. See, it's very soft. Tammy, this is good. Oh, Tammy, this is good. This is good. It tastes like a banana pudding, but in a cookie. Ooh, Tammy, you outdid yourself with this cookie. It's so soft because I warmed it. I like my cookie slightly warm. It is good. Okay, I'm not going to eat the whole thing in front of you. That would be rude. But it's a banana pudding cookie. One more piece. Just one more piece in front of y'all. Okay, last piece. Okay, all right. So this is a hazelnut flavored latte, whole milk. That was delicious. That was delicious. Give me a round of applause. Like, okay, that was good. All right. It's 2:01. I came on to do the unboxing. I don't want TikTok to get the wrong impression because they are upset that I mentioned the name of a business that's not on TikTok. Sorry, I didn't think it would be that serious because you haven't really made it so that I can rack up with the businesses that are on TikTok, but we can talk about that later. And to all of the other places and platforms, all I wanted to bring to you, I did want to unbox what Tammy sent to me. And to show my appreciation. That's one of the ways I show my appreciation for her, because she just sends me stuff just because, just like Felix. Do I need another pair of gym shoes? I got too many to name. And sometimes I wear them, and the younger cats are like, Unc, which I ain't mad at being called Unc because I'm the most handsome Unc you got. But Unc, where you get them gym shoes at? I'll buy them from you. I said, my nephew told me that when you ask to buy them, to let you know they're not for sale and you don't want this. That wasn't what he said, but that's my version. I don't know all the hip things to say. And after they laughed, they're like, no, for real. Them some good gym shoes. And I said, yeah, they go with what I'm wearing. But I'm not really into gym shoes, but I love it because he's a gym shoe head. So one day we're gonna both go out in our jogging suits and whoever has the freshest gym shoes, it'll be him, because I wouldn't know the freshest. But I think it's his way of helping to keep me young. And I feel like it's a fun way in our bond that keeps us bonded together, because we have very different interests. But we grew up on sports. My dad always watched all the sports. Both brothers were athletic. I won't say I'm that athletic, but I played the street football with the big kids. I didn't want to play with the kids my age because I had the Napoleon complex and wanted to beat up the big kids. Probably because they knew I had older brothers. I don't know what that was. But Felix has always been in the sports, and he can run down the stats and in 78 and in 82, they ain't last one since this. He's that guy, right? And so we connect around that because he could talk that way with my dad, who read the paper front to back every day, knew all of the stats, knew all of the sports, knew all of the events. He knew politics, he knew religion, he knew all of that. That's what my dad, he had an insatiable desire to read. He passed that on to Vanessa, who was the eldest sibling. We all loved reading. We all liked reading. I don't know if we all loved it, but Vanessa loved to read like my dad loved to read. My mom loved to sing, though she couldn't. My dad could sing. He didn't as much. But Stephan and I loved singing. And Adrian could sing as well. And my dad was the kind that talked about what he read, which built our vocabulary, especially Adrian. Adrian could talk about anything. And pretty much my brother Keith could. I can, but I didn't always choose to talk about everything. But my dad was that kind of person. He could talk from all of the news, all of the editorials, all of the social justice, all of the civil rights, all of the sports, all of entertainment. He was just that person, could talk about every and anything. And Felix is kind of now somewhat like that. Maybe not that avid love for reading yet. It's never too late. But he does get deep into the sports. And so we connect on that. And I love to see him get engaged in what he's doing. Like I'm engaged in human resources. I love to talk all things human resources and recruiting and people analytics and organizational development and organizational behavior and culture and all of those things. I'm like, ooh. And that's Felix with sports. So we connect on that. But this gym shoe sharing, this gym shoe gifting is kind of a sweet added expression of his generosity, but a connector to our bond, a builder for our bond. And I shared that in a post on Facebook, and Rochelle, my friend, shared their kindnesses that they extended to me. And then I got this dessert pack on my porch yesterday. I didn't arrive home until almost 11 o'clock from a very long day. But it was there untouched because we have had packages that were missing or were missing pieces. Can you imagine someone opening a box and taking out pieces and leaving other pieces? So I don't like that. I'm gonna eat this. I had that happen. So I started putting the wise cam at the door. So I guess that might have deterred some folks. And this banana pudding cookie is delicious. Tammy, thank you so much. Felix, thank you so much. Or as I say, nephew, thank you so much. Rochelle, thank you so much. And if you have someone in your life who is giving something to you of value, sometimes out of nowhere, Take a moment and be grateful. Even if you've had a hellish week, even if you've had hellish people on your team, even if you have hellish people in leadership, even if you have experienced hell in this world, as many people are under this current leadership, when something good happens, when something small and good happens, take a moment. Take a moment. Savor it. Think on it. Meditate on it. Share it with somebody else. Say it aloud to yourself 3 times. And be grateful. Be grateful. That's what I came on to say. Be grateful. And if that resonates with you, tap your screen and give me some hearts, or tap your screen and thumbs up it. And then share this with someone that you are grateful for. Someone who has done something for you. Just go back. You may have already said thank you. Say, I just want you to know I'm grateful for what you've done. I'm grateful for who you are in my life. I'm grateful for the safe place and space I have with you. Be grateful. I know I am. Okay. So I wanted to come on and say that. Thank you so much for joining, Kay and Carolina and Chic. And I don't even think TikTok was live until this moment. That's so sad. But be grateful. Be thankful. Okay. And I just want to say hi to these people. Thera Hagen. Of course, to Kay, you've just been so kind with all of these hearts. Thank you so much. And Listle Baby. Huang Pham, Nika. Pecan Flavor Pie, Mel Fran. Faphasia. PowerNet, thank you so much. Emmanuel, thank you. Lisa. Prestige. Dee Dee. Masco, Mama T, Big Kale, ZZ, Donald, Geraldine, Gregory, John, Stephen, Steve, Daryl, Cheryl, Charles, all of you, all of the hearts and likes. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Well, I want to thank you all, and I will see you soon. Those of you that have questions, career questions, meet me at TikTok at 4, and I'll answer any questions you have about your job, your resume, managing up your boss, working with your coworkers, dealing with hellions on the job. I'm here to help you. That's the HR passion guy. I'm passionate about helping people get to their next level. Okay. Thank you, Kay. And invite some folks to join us. All right. All right. Thank you all. Have a grateful afternoon, and stop for one grateful moment.